Hey Leo, your July tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor and welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. Your main theme for July is octopus stinkhorn mushroom and it says reveal. And then your relationship affirmator, it says sensuality. Embracing sensuality doesn't necessarily mean you're a middle-aged swinger. It simply means that you're savoring one of the coolest aspects of being alive, sensory input. It's time to get decadent and reward yourself with gifts for the senses. You could drop a wad of cash on champagne and chocolate, or you could tune in and enjoy the incredible gifts around you. The taste of an orange, the sound of the forest, the texture of corduroy? I don't know your life. The point is, it's time to savor whatever your senses can grab hold of, even if that means you're being sensual. Gross. All right, so Leo, what these two mean together about July is that it's all about a reversal of perspective from an outside in lens, like perceiving yourself through the eyes of other people, to a more outward facing experience in which you can be more open to receiving and sensing. It's also about shifting from prioritizing image management, people pleasing, or making sure that you're acceptable to others, to opening yourself up to letting the world please you and your senses. But in order to do that, a degree of caring what other people think has to be surrendered. But because to get what you truly want, you would have to be able to name it and pursue it, which means something in you being vulnerable and being seen. So it's a time to ask yourself, to what degree has fear of judgment held you back from certain experiences that you desire to have? So for a message to help encourage you open up, you have the Hermit. Make sure the lighting is good. It's okay. So this is a great opportunity to get to know yourself on a deeper level. Like, all right, let me put it this way. Take the difference between the sun and the moon. The moon doesn't emit any light of its own, and it can only be seen by reflecting the light of the sun, right? So the sun, on the other hand, it generates its own light, and that shines it outward. The hermit goes on a journey into one's center to find that light and to bring it out into the world. So if you're tired of being a reflective surface, first ground yourself in your senses, like that sensuality card is talking about, to bring yourself home to center where you can discover or rediscover that light. So moving on to where you will see the most change in July. All right, Two of Wands. So you could see some major changes in your trajectory or your path. You could be coming into July on one path, but leave it on a completely different one. This could be because of changes to what you want, or choosing that you deserve what you want and you're going to pursue it. Or for some of you, it could be that a new path opens up that you weren't expecting, and so it's more of a change in available opportunities. Or conversely, the path that you were on could close, and you might find yourself having to creatively reroute. So for your biggest obstacle in July, you have the Empress, and this is kind of interesting to have as an obstacle, because generally it's such a positive card, which means I have to sort of look at the shadow side of it, which could be like trying to be too much for too many people rather than focus on being enough for yourself. Or it's like being, for example, so focused on being the perfect lover that someone else would want rather than asking that they be or do anything for you. And ironically then would be them wanting to know the fullest version of you and then not being available. For a few of you, it could be the responsibilities of parenthood, which is less of an obstacle to get around and more of just something that you have to factor in. And it's also talking about where you derive your self-worth, and are you able to love on yourself only if you have permission from the external world first. So that could be an obstacle. So for the best part about July, for Leo, the best part of July, the Nine of Cups. Awesome. So, like, just on the surface level, you could see one of your wishes actually come true here. There's a sense of deep contentment and self-satisfaction. I'm not sure who this is, but she's looking at those shoes, and I'm wondering if it isn't Cinderella, because this is one of the illustrators of some of those earlier fairy tales. So that Two of Wands, it could actually be a golden opportunity for some of you to go after something that you've always dreamed of, but never really thought could be for you. And I think the sisters at one point tried to tell Cinderella that she wasn't invited to the ball, and she has to point out that technically the way the invitation was worded, she was and has every right to be there. But she still needs a dress. So this could be getting that thing that you need to access that opportunity or to claim it. So for your influence and impact on others, you have the Three of Pentacles. Nice. It's being a vital member of a team. So that could be at work, at school, in your household, in whatever organization you belong to, your community. It means you're getting noticed and that people want to build with you. They want to associate with you because your skills complement their skills and you can go further together than alone. So essentially what you're bringing to the table right now is in high demand. So that's awesome. For what opportunities to look for, you have the Fool. So here you go, fresh start, new journey. That goes perfectly with that Two of Wands as the biggest change. Because the new path represented by the Two of Wands generally is unpaved, and it's one that you'll have to clear for yourself, no footsteps to follow in. And this is indicating that too, that the opportunities are to enter the unknown. And that's not just the unknown to you, that's the unknown to anybody. And the best way to feel safe in doing that is to really have done that hermit work, because then your safety comes from your inner core and not from your environment, which can be unpredictable and outside of your control. So it's opportunities to have faith and trust in yourself that you can make it work wherever you end up or whatever comes your way, without like necessarily having to see the path ahead of time. So for where you will find the most support, Seven of Pentacles. So the work you've done in your life up until this point, regarding whatever this is talking about for you, should begin to pay off at this point and be able to offer you support and sustenance. So if you've been saving money, you might start to see some returns in the form of interest or something like that. Or if you've been nurturing a side hustle, it could start to yield better profits. Or if you've been investing in relationships or connections, you might find them strong enough to offer more than surface level emotional support by now. So whatever you've been nurturing and trying to grow, it should be maturing into something that can support you better right now. For your self-care directive, the King of Swords. So this is talking about taking on the mentality of a warrior, sharp-minded, sharp-witted, objective, rational. So that Fool energy can sometimes indicate risk, but this is adding the word calculated to that risk. Protect your cognitive health in whatever way is available to you. So for self-care, they're singling out mental care, care of your thoughts and your mindscape. It's a time that might be served by a dose of healthy skepticism and fact-checking and weeding out some of those overgrowth of thoughts and mental clutter. So what knowledge can you arm yourself with? What media are you allowing access to your critical thinking center? Or how does knowing yourself better, that Hermit, strengthen your convictions and help you stand up for yourself? The King of Swords says, I know, not I think maybe, depends on what you think. Okay, Leo, so that's what I have for you. Much love, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.